think she should get back to the roots of that.
Yeah, but you don't say
out of that,
how
Dirk.
they hired Dirk. Like that, I mean,
Well,
just like an
again, he's not just going to be
ambassador.
the GM. He's
got a good job right now.
Like, why is JJ Barea a coach on the Denver Nuggets right now and not the Dallas
I
Mavericks?
see.
Why is Jason Terry, who's loved in Dallas, why is he in Utah? Like, those are the things that I think this franchise is missing and blowing, where those people they're loved. They are extremely loved there, and now there's this new ownership that knows nothing about basketball, and the fans know nothing about them, and they're coming here, and they're disgruntled, and they're frustrated, and people aren't going. When you see streaks of season ticket sellout, home sellout games ending, that's not good. You are losing the fan base. You are losing the most important people in this city and the franchise. So I love the idea of getting Cuban back there. I love the sell for him initially. He made a lot of money. He can basically be their mascot and did not have to front the bill anymore. It's great for him. But now how this season's starting, with the whole Luka thing, with all the Nico drama, I think this is a great fresh start to be like, look, I'm back. We got this. Let's start getting some familiar faces in here and kind of turn this thing around, because we still do have talent. We still did just get Cooper Flagg, who's 18 years old and going to continue to get better. And we still have a lot of moving pieces. We still have an all-NBA point guard that's going to be back at some point this season. So there's light at the end of the tunnel, but man, the beginning of this season has been hell.
What does a radical change mean? 'Cause
Right.
To me,
It means
that,
look, shop Anthony Davis, what that means.
period.
Yeah.
And that's it, right? Obviously, you don't move Kyrie Irving.
No.
Maybe you have a conversation about Jason Kidd. When things go like this, the coach is always looked at as well. But this is obviously just about AD.
Yeah.
Clearly.
But do you need Mark Cuban to come back in to do that?
Yes.
I just think right now with no,
Why?
think about right now it's just going to be an interim GM, right? They're not going to
Sure.
go and hire someone. Maybe this summer, I mentioned the name Dennis Lindsey. I know that name's being thrown around and he's done a great job in his career, but I think they wait to go through this season, see how bad it gets, see if they can possibly turn this thing around. But yeah, I think you look at Jay Kidd, I think you look at every single option for Anthony Davis right now, and you see all those reports coming about. Nico tried to rush him, Dumont tried to not, and that's the worst thing they could do is rush this guy back, because their only way to kind of recoup something.
Bulls. All right, so we're going to break that down. The idea that he would go back there would be cool for him, I would think. Gets to go home.
I like this. I think
what
it's
do
a
you
good
get?
story.
Well,
I
that's
think
for
it's
the
a
East.
I think it's a capable team with
Okay.
they got off to a hot start that, by the way, whoa, I think they've lost like 5 in a row.
Yeah,
So
they have. It's
all you Josh Giddey loser fans, get
And they
out
just
of my
got Kobe
DMs.
White back.
Because
What, where you were hearing from?
oh, get a grip.
Yeah, I heard from some too.
Listen, it always going to level out. And again, I love Billy Donovan. This team got off to a hot start. I love certain players on their team. We knew this wasn't going to last. Now you add Anthony Davis to this team and you make a splash and possibly get the best version of this dude where he's from in his hometown. I really like this, and I like possibly what they could get back. They could get a Kobe White.
Devil's
they could get
advocate.
a Vucevic. They have.
Why would the Bulls do this trade?
Well, that's all. I'm thinking Mavs.
Because here you got Vucevic and Okoro.
Okay, you bring in
Why
Vucevic.
would I do
Well,
that?
because I think they peaked. I think the Bulls are the opposite. I think they peaked 10 games in the season.
You
I think the Mavs have.
These are the same. This is the same lump of talent that you've seen what they've done in the East. What do you think is going to happen in the West, my brother? Like that is a tall task to ask these same guys that'll let the wheels fall off in the East. And Vooch is my brother, by the way. But the proof is in the pudding. This is not a great mix. Now, if he can get a fresh start and do something great in Dallas, then so be it. But we know that the West is nothing to be played with. And it's a tall task to ask these guys to come in with all of this stuff and ask them to turn around your franchise.
Give me a Vooch and Kobe White,
So,
Kevin
I'm
Huerter,
cool.
and some
Oh,
you
picks.
think
I'm
give you
agreeing with
Kobe
you.
White?
I'm just saying, give me 2 starters and some picks that kind
I
of
think
start building around
the gold
with
is in the
DJ and
picks.
Cooper.
The goal is in the
You gotta
picks.
recoup some
this
picks.
This is a great draft class of young guys. The gold is in the picks. Other than that, I think with these veteran guys, I don't think they move the needle for the Dallas Mavericks.
Are we being, and again, I don't know if in the race.
Anthony Davis too high?
Yeah, are we being a little too optimistic
No, because
about?
when he is on the floor, which is a big if,
That's a
big
huge
if.
win.
he is so good and he is so dominant. But it's just, again, that's always the question. When there's certain players that you have to always worry about how much are they going to play. He's one of them. The Joel Embiid, the Zion. He's not to that extreme, but you always have to factor him missing a big
lot.
chunk of the season, and that does go in. I understand if you're Chicago Bulls and you're nowhere near a contender, but you do have kind of a buzz around you right now. You found something in Josh Giddey. You've kind of built this core. You could bring in Anthony Davis right now. It's a big day, make a splash. Again, he's from there. I think we would see the
That
best
would be
version
cool.
of him. I just think on paper, it could work.
Okay. All right, that's.
Who else?
Listen, I'm agreeing.
I don't hate it.
I like him going to Chicago for all the sentimental reasons. I don't know basketball-wise if this changes anything for either team.
Are we going
but I
to the
do
list?
like this trade.
Okay.
I do like the trade.
Yeah, like what? Are we still gonna hold him as like, oh, he'd be the best going back
For what?
to Derrick Rose if that he ended up in a Chicago Bulls uniform? Is that the best player since?
Again, what version are we gonna
Well,
get of him?
it's the version he is now. That comes
Yeah,
with
I mean,
all of the
I
ifs.
think
You gotta go with what you see, Chandler, not what you've seen. Whoa, that's a bar.
that's deep. That's deep. I see it. I see it both. I think this could work out both ways. I really do. Now there's a couple other teams.
Thank you for not understanding how television works. I appreciate you doing that.
Well, I felt like you were about to go to a different
No,
segment.
go to another one. Here we
Yeah.
go. Let's go to Golden State. The Warriors.
Rusty, I took last week off.
I know, I'm a little out of it.
Still don't feel great.
This one I find interesting specifically because of what the Warriors, because of the Kuminga of it all, and he just seems to always be in flux there. So the idea would be, and then, by the way, Boogie put this out there, and the internet seemed to have loved the idea of him going there, with maybe both sides winning. You get Kuminga, you get a fresh start for him in Dallas with Cooper Flag. What do we make of that one, Lou?
I like this one as well. I like this one as well, especially for Dallas. As many young pieces as you can possibly get right now. Get rid of all of the old. Let's start fresh. Let's start new. With the exception of Kyrie Irving. You know, obviously Kyrie is going to be your point guard of the future, but even still, he's 35, 36 years old. I hope I'm not aging him. I think he's in that range. So you still have an opportunity to have a veteran leadership at that point guard position. You bring in a Kuminga, you add him with a Cooper Flag and some other young pieces. I really like this a lot for Dallas, and I like it for the Warriors as well. They've shown the more talent that they can have, the more they're going to make a splash in the West. And obviously you put him with Steph Curry and Draymond. I think if you put anybody with those two guys, including Jimmy Butler, you give yourself an opportunity to win a lot of basketball
Wait,
games.
did we hella age him?
He's 33, right?
He's 32.
Did I? 32?
Yeah, he'll be
I-
33 in March.
I put a lot on him, but
It
you
felt
know,
like
coming
I
off
was with you.
coming off an Achilles and being 32 years old, I think he takes care of himself enough where he still plays a lot of good basketball. So you have another 3 to 4 year window where you can get some good basketball out of Kyrie Irving, pair that with some young guys. I think you make some waves. So my bad for making him so up.
It's all right.
You know,
It's not your fault.
I like this for the Warriors because they're pretty much already all in, right? And it's
Is-
and
yeah.
it's kind of not enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're a good team. They're going to win some games. They have Steph Curry. They have Jimmy Butler, Jalen Green. So if you can keep that core together and you can get off Kuminga, who I don't think is long-term there anyways, just because of all the everything
Just
that
all
he's
the
went
time.
through. And you have a pause that you can throw in. Will Richard's been the rookie from Florida who's been super surprising. They have some pieces that I think are attractive to other teams, but this team's already older. This team is already built right now to win, and what they have constructed I don't think is enough. So, yeah, I like adding Anthony Davis to this core, maximize the end of the Steph Curry era, and try and go all in. And Mike Dunleavy has shown that he's willing to do that with the whole Jimmy Butler situation. He's willing to do that with just giving Kuminga the 2-year deal, kind of a little trial here, but I think it's an attractive piece for Kuminga and Cooper Flag to have a dynamic wing kind of grow together in Dallas. So I don't hate this one either.
And you know what else on the Wizards on the Warriors side? A lot of those three guys, from Draymond to Steph to Jimmy, they're durable guys. So even if you bring over a AD and he goes out with another injury or something like that, your ship is still stuck.
And they'd be
Feels
really
like a-
good defensively.
Just feels like a bunch of like fifth-year seniors. Like
It
throwing
is.
them all